Regarding Cigna, Ron in Briarwood, New York writes, Mike, the CEO of Cigna is Edward Hanway. His 5-year compensation as of April 30th, 2008, was $120 million. The total value of his unexercised stock options, $28,881,000. The value of his New Jersey beach house, $13,607,403. Source, sickforprofit.com. You might want to check out that website, sickforprofit.com. Now, what do you think Jesus would think about people who make that kind of money off the illnesses of other people? How many Cigna insurance policy holders were denied service? Well, we know of a 17-year-old girl out on the West Coast who was denied service just long enough for her to reach that tipping point where she died. I wonder if Mr. Haney or Hanway at Cigna, I wonder if he is aware of how much money his company saved in murdering the child who needed a kidney or a liver transplant. I wonder if he uses any of that money to have friends over for a nice sumptuous dinner at his New Jersey beach house. God, these people are just, these are the vultures. This is what this society produces. This is what unbridled, unrestricted capitalism does. And when I see all the unemployed factory workers who are standing inside these town hall meetings screaming that Obama is a Nazi, I just wonder, do you not understand how you are being beaten and used by people like Edward Hanway? Do you not understand the degree to which you are contributing to his $120 million compensation and his $28 million stock options? Do you not understand that? Do you think that that kind of a setup is good for medicine in this country, for health care? That this vampiric son of a bitch is taking, how many people would $120 million in salary, how much health insurance would that cover? How much health insurance would his stock options, $28 million, how much would that cover? How many children, how many babies in the neonatal intensive care unit who are going to die tonight would live if this filthy pig would cut his compensation by 90%? So instead of making $28 million, he would make $2.8 million. Jesus God. So you Dominionist Christians who pray for the head of Cigna, how dare you? How dare you? I don't share your belief, but how dare you talk about Jesus and then spit on him the way you do constantly? You'd gouge his eyes out if he came back, wouldn't you? You'd say, oh, they missed it last time. Here, give me your goddamn eyes. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Of course you would. It's sometimes it's just overwhelming for me. I mean, it really is. It's more than I can take. That's when I think about, getting out of the business. No, I'm not. But wouldn't you? I mean, and I'm sure you feel the same way, and you don't do talk radio, but you are intelligent. You listen, you read, you watch, and you know this stuff. Ron sends me this, so obviously he knows about it. And you can go to the website, Sick for Profit, Sick, F-O-R, Profit, sickforprofit.com. And these are the corporate executive my ass. These are corporate thugs and thieves and bandits like this Edward Hanway, who very surreptitiously, they get their slaves to go do this for them, to organize, slaves like Dick Armey, who makes a fortune doing this. Dick Armey, well, he was making a fortune, now he's been fired. Dick Armey. Sarah Palin, Newt Gingrich, all these Republican scum who organize these astroturf. They're not grassroots movements. And then you have the suicider and the drug addict pumping this constantly. over the airwaves about Obama's health care plan is going to do this and do that, and it's awful, it's horrible, it's socialism. In the meantime, Edward Hanway, the CEO of Cigna, steals from sick and dying people. He steals right out of their pockets. He comes into their hospital rooms and goes through the trousers hanging in the locker, goes through the purses while the person is on life support. Edward Hanway steals them blind. Give me your money. You're dying. You don't need it. You want a liver transplant? Get effing real. Liver transplant? I need the money for a new driveway at my goddamn beach house. Sorry, no liver transplant for you. How do we allow people like this to exist in this society? And they're legion. It's not just the health insurance industry, the financial services industry. They're chock-a-block. They're all over the place. They're thieves and liars, and they steal. That's all they do. They get up in the morning and begin their theft. They go to bed at night and they dream about getting up in the morning and beginning their theft anew. Over and over and over again, they steal from us. Over and over and over. 15 million people unemployed who were not unemployed 10 years ago. 15 million people who cannot find a job, who don't have health insurance, well, that number is much bigger, but I'm talking about the newly unemployed, the ones who are still in shock, the ones who are ripped off by the financial services industry, the banks, and these predatory goddamn lenders just ripped off. And then their jobs sent overseas. And then their health care taken from them. And then you have somebody like Edward Hanway, the CEO of Cigna, who sits back on his well-paid, padded ass and steals millions from the health care system. Millions! And what do we do about it in this country? What do rational people do about it? We try to reform the healthcare system. We try to, no, we don't do that. I guess the rational people say, Jesus Christ, this is just too big for me. I don't know what to do. And the irrational people, the corporatist Christers, the ones who would gouge Jesus' eyes out given half a chance. You see them with their signs. They would beat him over his head. First of all, they would spit on him because he has dark skin. And what do these people do? They get out here and destroy it for everyone else. Utterly and absolutely destroy it for everybody else. I hate them.